You've been told your entire life to eat carrots for your eyes. Carrots this, carrots that. Eat your carrots, they're good for your vision. And look, I'm not here to tell you carrots are bad, but I am here to tell you that if carrots are your only strategy for protecting your eyesight, you are missing something far more powerful, something ancient civilizations knew about, something modern research is now confirming at the cellular level. My name is Dr. Zeno Phantom, and I've been practicing functional and integrative medicine for over 15 years. I've spent a significant portion of that time focused on how what we eat affects the organs we rely on most, including our eyes. And today, I want to talk about one of the most underrated, most overlooked seeds on the planet when it comes to eye health. But first, let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret was a 58-year-old librarian who came to me complaining of chronic dry eyes, blurry near vision, and what she described as a foggy film over her eyes that worsened by the afternoon. She had been using lubricating eye drops 3 to 4 times a day for 2 years. Her ophthalmologist had told her it was age-related. She was told to use artificial tears, manage screen time, and come back in 6 months. She did all of that, and she still couldn't read comfortably for more than 40 minutes without her eyes burning. When we looked deeper, beyond the symptom, we found systemic oxidative stress, elevated inflammatory markers, and nutritional deficiencies that her eyes were silently screaming about. After a targeted protocol that included a very specific dietary addition, one we'll discuss in depth today, Margaret's dry eye scores improved by 62% over 90 days. Her inflammatory markers dropped, and she stopped using eye drops entirely by week 10. Now here's why this matters beyond just Margaret. According to the World Health Organization, at least 2.2 billion people worldwide currently live with vision impairment. Of those, at least 1 billion cases are either preventable or have not yet been adequately addressed. 1 billion people. That is not a genetics problem. That is a nutrition and lifestyle problem in disguise. Today, I'm going to show you exactly 6 science-backed ways that one tiny seed, fennel, protects, repairs, and maintains your eye health at a level that most people simply don't understand. And I'm going to show you precisely how to use it. Sign 1. The carrot myth. Why beta-carotene alone is not enough. And this one reframes everything my patients thought they knew. Almost every patient I see with declining vision tells me the same thing. I eat carrots. I've always eaten carrots. I take lutein supplements. Why is my vision still getting worse? The assumption is that if you're eating the so-called right foods for your eyes, the orange vegetables, the supplements, you're covered. But here's what's actually happening inside your body. Your eyes are under a kind of stress that beta-carotene alone was never designed to fully handle. Think about it this way. Your retina is exposed to light energy all day, every day. That light exposure generates something called reactive oxygen species, free radicals, at a constant, relentless rate. Beta-carotene helps. But the real damage happening to your retinal cells isn't just from a vitamin, a deficiency. It's from chronic, low-grade oxidative stress and inflammation at the cellular level. And that requires a whole different category of protection. Polyphenols and flavonoids that carrots simply don't provide in meaningful amounts. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your eye cells as a house in a neighborhood constantly exposed to wind and rain. Beta-carotene is like having a roof. It's important. But if the walls are cracking, if the foundation is weakened by flooding, the roof alone is not enough to keep the house standing. What you need is full structural protection. Walls, foundation, drainage. That's what a complete antioxidant profile does. Carrots give you the roof. Fennel gives you the walls. Research confirms that oxidative stress plays a central role in major age-related eye diseases, macular, degeneration, cataract, glaucoma, and diabetic retinopathy are through the activation of inflammatory pathways and damage to proteins and DNA in ocular tissue. These are not diseases caused by one missing vitamin. They are diseases caused by a broken cellular defense environment. My recommendation for every patient looking to protect their eyes: start tracking your dietary antioxidant variety, not just quantity. That means adding at least 2 different colored plant foods to each meal. Color diversity equals antioxidant diversity, and antioxidant diversity equals comprehensive cellular protection. One simple step. Add half a teaspoon of fennel seeds to your morning tea or yogurt. It costs nothing. It takes 10 seconds. And the research shows it begins working at the cellular level. Your eyes are degenerating in real time if their cellular environment is not being protected. Not next month, today. Sign 2. What fennel seeds actually contain: the ancient herb of sight. And this one surprises almost every patient I share it with. Most of my patients tell me that when they think of fennel, they think of cooking. It's a spice, something you put in food. They've never once thought of it as medicine for their eyes, and certainly not as something more targeted than eye drops. But here's what's actually happening inside your body when you consume fennel seeds. Fennel, or Feniculum vulgar, contains a remarkably specific collection of bioactive compounds that target the eye's most vulnerable mechanisms. Ancient Roman physicians weren't wrong when they called fennel the herb of sight. They were observing something real. Inside fennel seeds, you'll find anethole, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound; quercetin, a flavonoid that directly protects retinal cells; vitamin C, which helps regenerate other antioxidants in the eye; beta-carotene, the same precursor to vitamin A found in carrots; potassium, which helps regulate fluid pressure in the eyes; and essential minerals like iron and magnesium, supporting blood flow to optic tissues. This is not a one-trick spice. This is a multi-layered defense system in seed form. Think of it like a security system for your home. Carrots install the front door lock, but fennel installs the lock, the alarm system, the cameras, and the motion sensors all at once. Each layer protects a different weakness. Together, they create strong protection. Nutritionally, fennel seeds are incredibly dense. They provide high levels of fiber, minerals, and antioxidants, far more than most people expect from something so small. That combination is exactly what your eyes need to defend against long-term damage. My recommendation: take 1 teaspoon of lightly crushed fennel seeds, add them to a cup of hot water, and let it steep for about 8 minutes. Strain it and drink it in the morning before screen time. This allows your body to absorb the active compounds efficiently and start protecting your eyes early in the day. You already have something powerful in your kitchen. You just never thought of it as eye medicine. But your body knows the difference. Sign 3. Quercetin and the retina, the compound that fights 4 eye diseases at once. And this is the one that changed how I approach eye health. Almost every patient with macular degeneration or cataracts is told the same thing. There is no cure, only management. They are advised supplements and told to slow the progression. The belief is that once retinal damage starts, it cannot be improved. But here's what's actually happening inside your body, specifically inside your retinal cells. These cells are under constant attack from oxidative stress. When they weaken or die, your vision starts to decline. This is where quercetin, a key compound found in fennel seeds, becomes extremely important. Quercetin works at the cellular level. It helps neutralize harmful free radicals, reduces inflammation, and protects the delicate retinal pigment cells that keep your vision functioning properly. Some research even suggests it may slow down or support the repair of cellular aging processes. Think of your retina like a factory full of workers. Oxidative stress is like toxic gas slowly filling the building. The workers start to weaken, slow down, and eventually stop working. Quercetin acts like a ventilation system, clearing out the toxic air and allowing the workers to function again. When the environment improves, the system starts working better. This is why quercetin is considered powerful. It doesn't just support one issue. It targets multiple causes at once: oxidative stress, inflammation, and cellular damage. These are the root causes behind major eye conditions like macular degeneration, cataracts, diabetic eye issues, and even glaucoma. My recommendation: whenever you consume fennel seeds, pair them with a small amount of healthy fat, like a few walnuts or a teaspoon of olive oil. This improves absorption of quercetin and allows more of it to reach your eye tissues effectively. Your eye cells are either being protected or slowly breaking down, and that process is happening right now, not later. Sign 4. The glaucoma connection, a fennel seed effect that mirrors medication. And this is something most people have never heard before. Most people who are diagnosed with high eye pressure, the main risk factor for glaucoma, believe they only have two options: lifelong eye drops or surgery. The idea that diet could influence eye pressure sounds unrealistic to them. But here's what's actually happening inside your body. Your eyes constantly produce a fluid called aqueous humor. This fluid needs to drain properly to maintain healthy pressure inside the eye. When drainage becomes inefficient, pressure builds up. Over time, that pressure damages the optic nerve, and that damage is permanent. Now here's where things get interesting. Certain compounds found in fennel, seeds, particularly potassium and natural antioxidants, appear to support the fluid balance and drainage system inside the eye. Some research suggests that fennel seed extract can significantly reduce intraocular pressure by helping this drainage system function more efficiently. Think of it like a water pipe. If water is flowing in but can't flow out properly, pressure builds up and eventually damages the pipe. Fennel acts like a system that helps open the blockage, allowing smoother flow and reducing the pressure buildup. Now, it's important to understand this is not a replacement for medical treatment. If someone already has glaucoma, they should follow their doctor's advice. But as a daily preventive approach, fennel can play a supportive role in maintaining healthier eye pressure levels. My recommendation: drink 1 cup of fennel tea daily. Use 1 teaspoon of seeds, steeped for 8-10 minutes. And just as important, get your eye pressure checked regularly. Even if you feel fine, glaucoma often develops silently without early symptoms. Your vision can be slowly damaged without you realizing it. By the time symptoms appear, it's often too late to reverse the damage. Prevention is everything. Sign 5, lens clarity, night vision, and the vitamin A connection. And this is where fennel becomes even smarter than carrots. Most people think improving night vision simply means taking more vitamin A. But here's the smarter approach. Your body actually prefers converting beta-carotene into vitamin A as needed, rather than receiving large doses directly. Fennel seeds contain beta-carotene, just like carrots, but with a major advantage. They also contain vitamin C, quercetin, and other antioxidants that support the stability and function of vitamin A inside your eyes. This creates a balanced system rather than a single nutrient spike. Inside your body, beta-carotene is converted into retinal, a key component of rhodopsin, the pigment your eyes use to see in low light. Without it, night vision becomes weak and slow. Think of it like charging a battery slowly and safely instead of overloading it. Fennel provides a steady, controlled supply, helping your eyes adapt better in darkness without risk of excess. My recommendation: chew half a teaspoon of fennel seeds after dinner daily. This timing supports night vision because your eyes rely more on these processes in low-light conditions. Sign 6, dry eye and inflammation, the root cause most people miss. Most people believe dry eyes are simply due to lack of moisture. But in reality, dry eye is largely an inflammation problem. Your tear film has multiple layers, and when inflammation disrupts these layers, your eyes become unstable. This leads to burning, irritation, and blurry vision, especially later in the day. Fennel seeds contain anti-inflammatory compounds like anethol and quercetin. These help calm inflammation in the eye tissues, supporting a more stable tear film and reducing irritation over time. Instead of just adding artificial moisture like eye drops, you're addressing the root cause: inflammation. Daily eye protection protocol, simple routine. Morning, 1 cup fennel tea, 1 TSP seeds, 8-10 min steep. Afternoon, add fennel to meals or yogurt. Evening, chew 1-2 TSP fennel seeds after dinner. Pair with healthy fats like nuts or olive oil for better absorption. Eat a variety of colorful foods daily for antioxidant diversity. Your eyes are not failing randomly. They are responding to the environment you create inside your body. Give them the right nutrients, and they will respond. Ignore them, and they will decline. The choice is happening every single day.